Every person's life is a tapestry of events, some wonderful, some not so wonderful, some downright disastrous. When we visit the mountaintops of life, praising God isn't hard. In fact, it's easy. In our moments of triumph, we can bow our heads and thank God for our victories. But when we fail to reach the mountaintops, when we endure the tough times that are part of every person's life, we find it much tougher to give God the praise he deserves. Yet whenever we find ourselves, whether on the mountaintops of life's darkest valleys, we still offer thanks to God, giving thanks in all circumstances. The next time we find ourselves worried about the challenges of today or the uncertainties of tomorrow, we can ask ourselves this question: are we really ready to place our concerns and our life in God's powerful, all-knowing, loving hands? If the answer to that is yes, then we can draw courage today from the source of strength that never fails, our Father in heaven. God is with us always, listening to our thoughts and prayers, watching our every move, like a loving Father. If the demands of everyday life weigh us down, one may be tempted to ignore God's presence, or worse yet, lose faith in his promises. But when we quiet ourselves and acknowledge his presence, God will touch our heart and restore our courage. At this very moment, as we fulfill our obligations and overcome tough times, God is ready to help. So why not let him do it? Faith can not only help us through a crisis, it can help you approach life after the hard times with a whole new perspective. It can help you adopt an outlook of hope and courage through faith to face reality. Even in the most hopeless situation, God gives us hope. But that hope cannot come without committing ourselves to God through Jesus Christ. After Jeremiah poured out his pain to God, he reflected upon God's faithfulness. What could possibly deliver him from his terrible anguish? Nothing except the mercy of a gracious and loving God. God's love is unfailing, his purpose is clear, his righteousness unquestionable. When we come to God with our pain, we are sure to get a fair hearing. God, in his mercy and grace, will help us overcome our setbacks, gain a new perspective on life when we ask him. It's not easy to walk the path of faith and growth. We'll experience painful times, ups and downs, as we recognize our desperate need for God. Hope carries us through the hard times as we depend on God. He will not fear bad news. His heart is confident, trusting in the Lord. His heart is assured he will not fear.